Hi folks. Recently in Tokyo, Japan, there was a huge demonstration that took place. And basically it was Japanese citizens in this demonstration protesting the behavior of Koreans in Tokyo. People who live in Tokyo who are Korean heritage or Korean descent. So they have this demonstration. And it was a big one. Well, they go into the area of Tokyo where there are a lot of Koreans living. So as the Japanese are walking into the street with this demonstration, so are the Koreans on the sidewalk in a counter demonstration. I have a link to the video in the description. It's a long video, about 30 minutes long, but it is an interesting video with the crowds and the noise. But what I found rather interesting was, I would like to have the bullhorn concession in Tokyo. That's it, kids. Look at this photograph and see if you can spot the bullhorns in the crowd. See, those are all bullhorns. And as you look throughout the video, you'll see plenty of them also. And in one particular instance, why, we had the Battle of the Bullhorns. That was, that was it, kids. The Battle of the Bullhorn. And now you're going to notice, I'm gathering they're Koreans because they were on the sidewalk, their reaction to the Japanese demonstrators, and one of the reactions seems to be predominant, was flipping them off with the middle finger. That's what they were doing, kids. That vulgar gesture, they were flipping them off. That seems to have been paramount throughout the crowd on the sidewalk, to flip people off into the street. But then we had this one gentleman who didn't want to use his actual finger. Maybe he thought that would be vulgar, so he wanted to be polite, or maybe he was just lazy, I guess, and he used a finger on a stick. Yeah, that was him. A finger on a stick. And sometime down the road there, for some reason he got offended or agitated at the cameraman who made the video, and somebody, one of his compatriots, tried to block the video, and the police come along and move the guy who was trying to block the video. This was a huge demonstration here. Here you have to see all the crowds in the street, the Japanese protesting, and all the crowds on the sidewalk protesting the protesters. Now folks, the people in Japan, they have a lot of grievances against the Koreans living in Tokyo or live in Japan. I'm not going to go through all of those, alright? But I will illustrate to you one such grievance which I think we can agree with here in the United States. There's a Korean high school or a Korean school operating in Tokyo. So instead of them sending their children to a public school, they send them to this private Korean school. And there's really nothing wrong with that, as we have the same here in the United States. But what I did find offensive was what's in front of the classrooms. That's right. In front of the classrooms are the communist leaders or ex-leaders of North Korea. Wait a minute. So that's what your allegiance is to the communist leaders in North Korea? Well, if you feel that, then go to North Korea. And I say this because of this. Some years ago, a lot of illegal Mexicans here in the United States, they held huge protests, demonstrations, because they wanted to be treated equally as if they were here legally. Now, prior to this demonstration, a lot of Americans were sympathetic towards them. But at these demonstrations, they waved huge Mexican flags. The demonstrations were littered, were blanketed with Mexican flags. Well, a lot of us says, wait a minute. If you feel that strongly about Mexico, then get the Hades out of here and go to Mexico. Subsequent demonstrations, they changed and started waving American flags. So that school in Tokyo with the North Koreans in the front, to me I find that offensive on so many levels. Alright folks, if you ever go to Japan and you have an opportunity to witness a demonstration, I suggest that you do so. They're rather lively, but they're also peaceful. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya.